Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we are making our cucumber and melon soap bars. We first started selling these about 2.5 years ago, and as soon as we launched them, they were really popular. But ever since then, we've had other things come around. People have kind of forgotten about them. So I thought, since they're quite a cute, fun looking soap, and since people aren't so bothered about buying them anymore, this might make them be the most popular soap bar again. Who knows? So we have everything out ready to go. Here I've got my oils already melted in the pan. We like to melt down the liquid oils and the hard butters all together, so they're all in the same pan. I've also got my bowl ready to go here. I've got my lye, and what I do with my lye, I don't know if this is gonna make any sense to you guys, but I split them out into what I need. So the first lot of soap that we're gonna make is 4 kilograms of oils. So I then put 4N. I don't know, it just makes sense in my own head. The next lot of soap that we're making is 2 kilograms of oil, so then I've got 2N, and then same again. This might make sense as I'm going along, but this just makes sense to me. I've always done it like this, and it just makes me know like which lye is for which section of oils. I've got my spatula, my spoon, my mic is all ready to go, and the mold, and then this is the wire tool that we're gonna use to make this soap. You'll see why we're gonna use this sort of like towards the end. But yeah, this is really handy. I've got that from Brambleberry. Okay, let's go. We're also filming this on TikTok at the same time. So say hello if you're watching live as I made this. Okay, so we're gonna start with the first part, and I'm gonna weigh out my first 4 kilograms of oils. Ta-da! I had someone on the last video saying that's way too much oil in a pan. And yeah, do you know what? There is a lot of oil for being a pan, but I've been doing it this way for about 3 years and it just works for me. You know, don't fix what isn't broken. Anyways, let's just wipe all this down and then we can get the next components ready for this part of the soap. Okay, we have our oils ready to go. I've already measured out and put in here our kaolin clay and the titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide is what makes it white, because this first half of the soap is going to be completely white. We're going to pop the the stick blender in, tap all the bubbles out, and what I'm going to do right now is make sure that I get rid of every last bit of powdery bit of kaolin clay and titanium dioxide before we add in the lye. So let's give it a blast. See how white this is looking already? I think I've got rid of all the powdery bits, so we're gonna go in with the lye now. Now, lye is a mixture of sodium hydroxide and water. And this is the magic ingredient which turns oils into soap. You literally cannot make soap without it. Even all the store-bought soap has this in there already, and Melt and Pour has already gone through this process. When I add this to the oil, what's the word, like the oil mixture that I've got here, this will start the saponification process, and it normally takes between 24 to 48 hours, and in that time, that is where the lye and the oils are turning into soap. So I'm going to pour this in, and I'm going to be quite careful here, because if I just pour this straight in, I'm going to get loads of bubbles, and the end soap isn't really going to look very good. So what I'm going to do, oh sorry if you can hear that rattling noise, it's my shutter, it's quite windy today. Anyway, I'm going to tip my stick blender to the side, and I'm going to pour this down the shaft, and then this will just ensure we don't get too many bubbles. So let's go. I've got my stick blender on at this point just to try and get that lye incorporated straight away. And our lime mixture does contain sodium lactate, which is a natural ingredient, and it just helps us to harden our bars because we don't use any palm oil in our soaps, and otherwise they'll be quite soft. Now, I've only got my stick blender on a really low setting at the minute, so it isn't going very fast, but it's just enough to get the lye incorporated nice and gently. The thing with soap is that when it gets thick, there's no way of reversing that. You can't go back to being a really, really liquidy state. I said this before, it isn't like making cookies where if it gets really dry, you add more water, or if it gets really, really watery, you add more flour. It isn't like that. There's no going back. Right, this is quite a good consistency right now. It's quite thin for me, but I know that with this fragrance, it does tend to get a little bit thick. So we're actually gonna pour this in right now. Let's go. Right, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna scrape off the excess soap off the stick blender. I'm not too fussed about this being really, really neat right now because I'm just gonna use the stick blender for the next part. Let's set that to the side. I'm also gonna use my spatula to just scrape down all the sides of the container, because what you tend to find, especially when you've put powders in here, is little bits do stick to the side. Even if you've been like using the immersion blender for a little while, you'll still get bits around the side. So just gonna scrape it all down, wipe the bottom of the bucket as well. Actually, this is quite liquidy. Do you know what? I've made this soap so many times, but I'm gonna blast it a little bit longer. Tap all the bubbles out. Let's go again. Just a little bit more. Right, I think that's probably going to be a lot better actually. Right, let's scrape off the excess. Doesn't need to be too particular right now. We're just going to use it again anyway. Right, do another little wipe round. Okay, we're good to put this in the mould now. Okay, let's do the pour. Now, normally I would be putting my spatula down first to break the fall, but I think this might be liquidy enough to just go for it. So, let's go. Ooh! It's like yogurt. Yes. Okay, love that. And then take it away so I can cut it for socials, and then let's do the scrapey scrape. Scrape it all down, scrape it all down, scrapey, 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 scrape it all down. So I am going to be using this exact bucket for the next colour. So just so it just saves on washing up, there's no point in using loads of different buckets. So we're going to use this one again for the next colour, which is our dark green. What I'm going to do is just give it a little mix around, see if any bubbles want to come to the surface. You guys can't really see too much, can you? Okay, there we go. So my sound cuts out here, so I'm going to do a little bit of a voiceover. So I've just finished putting in the white layer, although it's really liquidy. You're going to find out in a minute why. Here I am innocently getting on with the second layer, which is emerald green. I've already put in the kaolin clay and my oils, and I'm just mixing these together at the moment. And I think it's about now that I realise I forgot to put the fragrance into, into the first bit of soap, and that's why it was so liquidy. So in this green one, I've just put in the lye. I think it's about now I've realised. I think I've clocked on. Yeah, there it is. Oh shoot, now I'm panicking. How do I get that out? Okay, right, what, okay. No idea how to do this. I think we're just better off it just pouring it out. Never had to do this before in this capacity. Oh my gosh. Oh God, right, this is make or break now. Ah, it's sipping out the side, no! No, I can't do it. Oh, I know, okay, this seems more obvious now, I know what to do. Right, I'm just gonna go for it. Let's just stop being gentle, let's just go because this is getting thick. Ooh. Push the mould back in. Oh my God. It worked! I did it! I did it! Do you know what? If I could have a medal for doing that, I would take that. Do you know what? That was impressive. That was actually impressive. Quick thinking. Woo! Guys, we did it! We actually did it. So now, the good thing is, because I didn't make this too thick before I put it in the mould, it's still movable. This is not a soap fail, we have saved it. We have saved it. I've just accidentally filmed a soap fail on both YouTube and TikTok / Instagram / Snapchat / every single platform ever. Okay, right. Right, let's sort the mould out. So we're going to push blue mould back into its place, if we can, and put the sides back on. Don't ever take up soap making, guys, it is not easy. I can't even see the comments right now. Push that back on. Thing is, because it's silicone, it really does stick to the wooden mould. Okay, right, that's fine now. Yes, okay, right, the mould is ready to go. Woo! Ah, no, I dropped you in the soap again. Oh, gosh, you are not lucky today, are you? Right. Do you know what? This is exciting. Okay, right, now we're going to put the fragrance in, because luckily I was prepared, I'm experienced here. Let's get the fragrance in the soap, and we're going to have to mix this in by hand, I think, to begin with, just to get it incorporated. Yes, it's movable, it's movable. We haven't wasted the batch. Oh, I'm so proud of myself right now. I'm so proud of myself. We fixed it. If this was on a bad day, I think I would have just given up and gone home. This has happened on a good day. This has happened on a good day. We've saved the soap. We haven't wasted a batch. Oh, yay. We were so lucky that wasn't too thick, because if that was too thick, then I would not have been able to put the fragrance in. It would have been too late. So we got really lucky there that I clocked on before. Also, it's a good job I noticed before I put the green layer in. Otherwise, we would have really messed the batch up and I would have had to do it all in one colour, I think. Oh, we fixed it. I'm so happy. Yay. We're back on track. We've got the white layer in. We've got the green layer ready to go. Oh, yay. Sorry, guys. I know I keep saying yay, but I'm just really happy because that could have gone really wrong. Okay, right. Fragrance is in that one. Set that aside for now. Let's tappity tap, 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 tap. Move all of these bits into their place. We might have a few air bubbles, but do you know what? I'm quite happy with a few air bubbles considering we managed to save the batch, so that really isn't the end of the world. Okay, let's get the green section ready. We need to thicken it up a little bit more. Okay, so we've got the fragrance in this part now. So we're going to mix it up a little bit more, just a tiny, Actually, no, that is actually a really good consistency. Let's just get this in the mould. Let's go for it. Okay, let's get this in the mould. What I'm going to do for this layer is I'm going to pour the green soap onto the spatula so it doesn't hit the white layer and go through and pierce through. So we're going to pour the green onto the spatula into the mould. Let's go. And as I pour it in, we're going to move it around the mould to get it all up to the edges. Can you see these lumpy bits here? That's where the soap has just pierced through the green layer and lifted it up. So now we've got the third layer in, I don't pour every single last bit of soap in at this point because I'm going to grab my wire tool now, and the wire tool is what makes the pattern in the soap. And what I'm doing with the wire is I'm just going around in circles from the very top of the soap right through to the bottom layer. And what I do tend to find is the bottom layer can be a little bit thicker, so I kind of have to push it through at this point. And you're kind of going blind with this, but because I've done it a few times now, I know that I'm doing it correctly. You'll see at the end what the results look like and the sort of design I can make with this tool. Okay, so here is the soap a few days later. We're going to turn this into bars now. So obviously you need to get out the mould to begin with. These are sometimes really easy to get out, sometimes a bit tricky. And they're really heavy. I'm going to be so interested to see how this looks. I don't think it's going to look bad. I think it's going to look normal. But it'll be interesting to see, like, you know how we almost did a soap nail? It would just be satisfying if this is a good slab, wouldn't it? You know, considering it almost went entirely wrong. Anyways, just gonna peel the mould apart a little bit on the edges. And then we're gonna pop it out. I like to do it away from me, so let's go at this angle. I do tend to ruin some of the corners on this because it's kind of, not every time, but like sometimes you just can't avoid it. Although this seems pretty solid, so I don't think we're gonna soften the edges this time. So hands flat against the sides, lift it out, put it down. I'm gonna put this by the washing up section. And then we're just going to peel off these bits on the top. Otherwise, when I stand it up to cut these into loaves, these are going to make it like wonky and like a little bit lopsided. Okay, and on this side as well. And then we stand it up. Okay, let's go. So we're going to put the cardboard on the top. And then this is our log cutter, our log splitter. We're going to place this on the top and gently push it through the soap. gone through nice and easy today. Oh, okay. It doesn't look that interesting at the moment because the pattern isn't done in this direction. But when we cut these into bars, you'll be able to see exactly what they look like. I'm just going to place that to the side and we're going to keep on going until we've run out of soap to cut into loaves. Oh, I love the little ping at the end when it goes through. It's such a satisfying noise. Look at the little tops. Doesn't this look like a dragon, like dragon scales or something? I love it. I really like these bars. I hope these become popular again in the summer. These were a summer favourite when we first brought them out. Actually, they were really popular last summer too, to be fair. Maybe it's just a summery scent. Right, we should be able to get 3 more out of this. Right, for the last couple, I'm just going to do this actually on the tabletop. So let's put that on there. I'm gonna hit the tripod now. There we go. And then for the last one, I'm just gonna, you know what I've done, guys? I've used the wrong size bit of cardboard, and these are a little bit too, I think it's this bit's too thin. Yeah, these are a little bit too, okay, the end piece isn't too bad actually. So we could use this end piece here is bars, but I'll have to chop that bit off. Okay, we're just gonna give this a quick wipe down first. It's good to stay tidy when you're making cosmetics. Try and keep things clean and tidy as you're going along. Okay, we're just going to put some isopropyl alcohol on here as well, just to give it the extra bit of clean. Right, okay, we're going to use the pink soap cutter today. This is my multi-wire cutter, which allows me to turn the loaves into 1-inch thick bars of soap. I've already alcoholed this and cleaned it down, so let's dive straight in. Time to reveal what the inside of these cucumber soaps look like. Are you ready? Ooh, oh my gosh, I really like the waves on these. These are really nice. The reason I managed to get these so rounded is because I went round and round and round, obviously with the wire tool, but I did it in like circular motions rather than ovals, if that makes sense. So like, I really went round and round and round, and that's why they look so wavy and pretty. Oh my gosh, these are gorgeous. I'll never get over how cute these soaps are. Absolutely love them. And they literally smell like cucumber and honeydew melons. They're so nice and fresh. Perfect for the summer. And I really hope these become popular in the summer again, because even look at the size of these. They're such good bars of soap. Oh my gosh, obsessed. So in between cuts, we just wipe down these wires, because you see how the soap sort of builds up on there. If I was to cut through the next loaf, it would leave scratch marks. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just aesthetically, it's not that pleasing to the eye. So we just wipe them down and it gives us a nice clean cut every single time. And as I'm cutting these bars, I'm also putting them straight into this crate, which is air vent, like it allows the air to get through. So when they're drying, they can all dry at a pretty good pace. Oh, all these look so good. I wish I'd managed to, I don't know why I didn't manage to get too much of the lime green in there. I guess I didn't come high enough with the wire, but they look pretty cool still. Normally I do try and incorporate the lime green. Oh, here we go, I did it here, look. Can you see? We managed to get the lime green and the emerald all mixed around. They look so good, don't I? Love that one. They look so good, don't they? I really like these bars. And then all of these end pieces will not go to waste. We do save them all up, and we save these alongside all of the shavings of the soap when we come to bevel them, and we sell them as soap scraps, so there's no waste. Always interested to see what the middle ones look like, because when you've got either a loaf or a slab of soap, the middle bit is normally where the design is at its best, because it's in the middle and you have more control, and when you get more towards the end you can't do the design so much in whatever capacity that is. So that's why we always check the middle ones first, because they're always the best looking, supposedly. End one looks quite good actually, doesn't it? And that one, oh okay. What was I talking about? Nah, the middle bits normally look the best. Okay, this is the end piece, which is a little bit thin towards the end. So I'm going to cut them into bars anyway, and then what we'll do when they're fully cured, we'll weigh them all, and the ones that weigh underweigh, we will just wait to sell them full price, and they'll probably be included in the soap scrap and odds day. So let's chop these up. Oh, I forgot to clean my cutter. In fact, no, I was gonna show you what it looks like if I don't clean it, but no, let's clean it because I don't want to ruin these bars. Oh, even the sides. The sides almost look like a bit of tree, like a tree or something, don't they? That looks so cool. What a soap making session. That was almost a disaster. And it's not often things go wrong, but the great part about that is I kept my cool and I got it for content for YouTube and the socials. So that was really good. That was so worth it. But we managed to turn it around. There's no waste, and those soaps turned out looking pretty good, didn't they? Thank you so much for watching another video. I really hope you liked it. And if you did, please make sure you like the video and subscribe. And if you really love what you see here, can you please go and follow us on the other platforms too? I would really appreciate it. Anyway, see you next Sunday at 2 o'clock.